Hello everyone and welcome to tonight's live training. And today I am talking to you all about the 10 invitations that you can accept as a female businesswoman and entrepreneur. And I'm really hoping that these invitations are accepted by you. You take them on board, you think about what you can be doing with these invitations so that you can continue to move yourselves forward, your businesses forward, and most importantly, your mindsets. Now, of course, when you watch this, whether you are live or on the replay, I'd love to hear from you. I'd love for you to say hello, let us know where you are and what you found useful, and just to connect. This is a place where I want to be as connected to you as possible. And in sharing this, I want to make sure that you are getting all of the best support. So if you are looking to create a positive mindset, reframe some of the challenges that you might be facing right now and look to how you can grow your business and scale that business, then these invitations will be relevant always. So I'm really hoping that together we can create something here with these 10 invites that allow you to really self-evaluate, spend some time self-reflecting, and look at exactly what it is that you want to be building and creating, looking at exactly what it is that you want to put out there, how you want to be showing up and what you want that to look like. Hey Steph, so I'm really excited. I've had such a busy day today. Hello Sarah, but I'm really excited to bring this to you. I'm really excited to create a space where I can spend these lives, spend this time with you, really connecting and serving and coaching you. And I think that that's super important. Hey Rachel. So hopefully as we go, if you have any questions, you know what to do. Just put it in the comments box. I'm more than happy to talk to you. Hey Leanne. So we're going to dive straight in. I have 10 invites for you. Hello ladies, I have 10 invites for you. And these invites are business related, strategy related, and mindset related. So there's a bit of everything in here for you, a bit of everything. And I'm really hoping, hello Laura, I'm really hoping that this gives you some food for thought, some things that you can be doing, some ways you can be proactive, think about being positive and purposeful, all the P's. So, number one, first of all, hi Lily. First of all, I would love to find out from you. I'd love you to guess actually, which number out of 10 do you think I use alliteration? So I'm going to let you guess before I start. There is only one. Which number do I use alliteration out of 10? On which number piece of advice? Let me know. Which number piece of advice do I use alliteration? Because I freaking love alliteration. And these are all written down, so I can't even pretend. I can't change. 3. Okay. Any other takers? Any other guesses? Anyone else going to guess? I love that, Steph. Straight in there. Straight in there with number 3. Love it. Anyone else going to guess? Any takers? And then we're going to get started with our first piece of advice, your first invitation. Just Steph then so far. Let's see if you're right. Let's see if you're right, Steph. I bet if I told you there was a prize, more of you would guess, wouldn't you? So, the first piece of advice, the first invitation that I have for you, 4. Thank you, Lily. Any other invite? Any other requests or guesses? I'm having a number 3 kind of day. Love it. Why not? Why not have a number 3 kind of day? Love that. Any others? Any other takers? Okay, so my first invitation for you is, and this actually came up, hey Caro, this actually came up from an interview, a mastermind session that I was running today actually with 2 of my class of 2020 students. We had a bonus strategy session because they couldn't come to the one in the UK because they are in Canada and the US. And one of them said this piece of advice, and I actually wrote it down because I need to share it with you. So my first invitation actually comes from her. My invitation to you right now, number 1, is can you start to run away from the negative and towards the positive? What can you be doing right now to stop yourself from focusing on the negative and focus on the positive? How can you move yourself forward to the positive, to a situation that is coming up, to something that you can be doing to create positivity in your business and your mindset? That's the first one. They get juicy as we go along. So number one does not have alliteration. Number two, this is an invitation that is going to take some time for you to self-reflect on. And it is something that even outside of this current situation, so many female entrepreneurs, male entrepreneur, any entrepreneur actually, really struggles with. Knowing your true purpose of your business. Now hear me out. The true purpose of your business isn't just to impact and empower others. It isn't just to serve and support others. It's not just to make a difference to other people's lives. Why did you decide to leave stability and security from a job and choose to create a business? Why did you decide to make that harder for yourself? You know, why did you choose the hard route? Building an established business is not easy. Hi, Sam. So why? What is your big purpose behind that? Why did you decide to start a business? Okay, what's your real purpose? That's my second invitation, and these do get more in depth as we go along, but I want you to be thinking about that. So my true purpose for building a business, building a brand, showing up online, you know, being visible, aside from everything that you all know, you know, the passion to support others, being able to show everyone what's possible, all of those things, the real thing is I don't want to live a life of restriction. I don't want to live a life where I'm restricted by things. I want to be able to live and create my life without restriction. And that could be money, it could be timetables, it could be holiday, it could be schedules. I really want to make sure that I'm removing as much restriction as possible. Hey Alex, so that's my true purpose. I want to live a life without restrictions, whatever that looks like for me. So knowing your true purpose matters more than ever before. So the second invite, I really want you to go deeper on this. What does that actually mean for you? Knowing this is integral. When you feel like, and this happens to all of us, when you feel like you are backed into a corner, you don't know if this is going to be the easy route, your business doesn't seem to be growing, you feel like you're coming up against challenge after challenge after challenge. When that is happening and you're finding yourself having more of these negative thoughts than positive, the one thing that is going to allow you to keep going, the one thing that is going to motivate you, the one thing that is going to stop you from giving up is knowing the true purpose of all of this. The true purpose for your life. What's the impact that this business could have on your life, on your future, on your loved ones? What actually is that? That is what you need to be focusing on right now. Hey, Bew, that's what you need to be focusing on. This idea that your business is so much more than just a business. Your business is so much more than just social media or how many people watch your live or how many likes you get. Your business is based on the real core reason that you want to do whatever it is that you want to do in your life for your future with your desires. So my second invitation is get really clear on the true purpose of your business, the true purpose, what it means for you, your life, your family, your loved ones, your freedom, your future. Knowing that is going to help you through any situation, through any challenge. So that's my second invitation for you. My third invitation, so Steph, let's see if this is the one that was alliterated. It's not. The third invitation that I have for you right now, when you're thinking about your business, you're thinking about your online energy and what you're bringing to the world, how can you serve for the greater good right now? How can you stop focusing on yourself, your own situation, your own uncertainty, your own fear, wherever you might be, I know, however you might be feeling, and show up to serve the greater good? And I'd love to hear from you because I know some of you are doing some amazing things. What are you doing right now to serve the greater good in your community? What are you doing for your community, your tribe, your audience to serve for the greater good? This is my third invitation for you. What are you doing to serve the greater good? What is that for you? What are you doing to create an impact, a positive ripple effect? Because later on I'm going to share with you about what that means, but this is the time to really be thinking about honouring how you feel, of course, but recognising that the impact that you can have on others is absolutely mammoth. It's invaluable right now. So what is it that you are doing to serve the greater good right now? Because really, the truth of this is, the more that you're showing up now, the more that you're bringing your true self to the table, because you're doing what feels cool to you to do. And that is to show up and serve for the greater good. So what is that for you? How are you showing up for the greater good? What is it that you are doing right now? Hey, Leah. So that's my third invitation. Now, my fourth invitation is kind of a bit of a challenge, actually. Lily, let's see if you were right with your alliteration. You're not. It's not number 4. So number 4, visibility conquers. In this situation, it's not about being visible all the time and, being everywhere all the time. No, but it is about recognizing that this is your time to also stand in your role as a leader, as a supporter, as a cheerleader, as an influencer, as a coach, as a healer. Visibility is going to allow you to conquer any level of uncertainty that maybe you feel, because you are serving the greater good. So my fourth invitation actually links to the third point that I'm raising with you, about the fact that the only way you are going to serve and support and create a positive ripple effect is by being visible in some way. So I am aware that none of you have commented to my question about how you're serving the greater good. So I don't know if I'm just not seeing the comments, or if for some reason today you're just choosing to be extra quiet. So I'm going to quickly go onto my laptop and check that I can see the comments. But I'd love to find that out. I'd love to hear from you about what it is that you're doing to serve the greater good, what that looks like for you. What is it that you're doing? I'm just going to check if I can see your comments. And then maybe I've missed them. Okay, and then the fourth one is all about visibility, recognizing that this is your time to serve in the greatest good and be visible. Hey, Kat. And like I said, it's not about not sharing how you're feeling and where you're at, but it is about recognizing that in visibility comes results. In visibility comes feedback. In visibility comes everything, So let's see where we are with this. I'm planning my podcast. Oh no, I can see it. But thank you, Lily, for your comment. Everyone's being super quiet today. I'm planning my podcast to help serve, but also I'm providing support in my Facebook group and answering any questions that people have. That's great. Answering their questions and being there. I love that. I'm serving for the greater good by focusing on myself with some self-care. That's really, really important. And actioning what we discussed in the coaching call the other day. I love that, Steph. And focusing on yourself is really important as well. Going back to my roots, serving mums and doing regular lives in my group on subjects that benefit them. I'm taking notes on what people are answering when joining the group, areas they're struggling in so you can produce content. Good. I love that. And that's so important. Hey, Aggie. So serving people for the greater good is what really matters right now, and understanding that that's your invitation. That's your third invitation. Your fourth invitation is visibility conquers. How visible are you being? On a scale of 1 to 5, I'm working almost 24/7 to secure and protect the hotels in lockdown. Desperate times make people do desperate things. Yeah, definitely. So doing what we can for safety, for sure. Now, out of 5, how visible are you being at the moment? 1 is not at all, and 5 is I'm everywhere all the time. So where would you say you are from 1 to 5 in your visibility right now? Hey, Becky. So yeah, I'm doing good, thank you. I have difficulty serving the greater good on my Instagram page, but I educate and train myself to produce content and coach people afterwards. That's good, Caro. So then it's about thinking that even if you don't know who you're serving, you will be serving someone. 1, 3, anyone else? And even maybe create a group coaching program and confidence. Oh, I love that. Let's definitely talk about that. So out of 5, where are you in your visibility? 2, okay. So we've got a 1, 2, and a 3. Anyone else? 1 to 5. 1 is you're not there at all, and 5 is you're very visible, you're everywhere, you're doing what you can. I'd love to find out from you, because then this is going to lead me to my next invitation, which is number 5. So my 5th invitation, 3. Okay. Anyone else? Anyone else? Becky, where are you with this? How visible are you? Where would you say you are? Sam, how visible would you say you're being at the moment? And then we're going to do our 3. Oh no, I've already read that one. And then we're going to do our 5th invitation. So your 5th invitation, and you might have heard quite a lot about this, you know, recently. You might have heard this on social media and seen a lot of people talk about it, but it is really important that we think about this. Number 5, leading is 4. Yeah, love it, Alex. 4, leading is empowering. So leading in this time is not having answers. It's not knowing anything that other people know. It's not about that. You know, being in this state of leading from the front is not about having the answers. It's not about solving problems. It's not about fighting everyone else's fires. It's not about taking responsibility for everyone's lives. It's not about those things. Leading for me is about empowering. And something that I spoke about in the BMA on one of our calls this week, but was this idea that being a leader is never about leading, it's about empowering. Being a leader is about empowering. And when you are empowering others, that is good leadership. When you are empowering others to see their own power, when you're empowering others to realize what they are capable of, when you are empowering others to know what they are capable of, when you're empowering others to shift their mindset, to support them, to go through a challenge, to recognize that they can change behaviors, thoughts, decisions, patterns, actions, habits. That is leadership. So if right now you're thinking to yourself, I don't have a big community, I don't have a big following, it doesn't matter. If you can empower one person, you are standing in your role as a leader. So my 5th invitation for you right now as a female entrepreneur, business owner, woman of influence, how can you empower someone today? What can you do to empower someone today? How can you make an empowering difference to someone? Because this isn't about numbers, metrics. This isn't about algorithms. This isn't about analytics. This isn't about being a certain someone for a certain platform and thinking about which content you're creating all the time. This is purely about giving someone else the power and the ability to feel empowered, to feel like they are able to conquer the challenge they face, to feel like they have the ability to keep going, to inform them in the fact that they can choose something different. Leadership is about empowerment. It's never about leading. For me, anyway. So I think that's super important. Okay, let's see about our alliteration. Number 6, passion prevails. There's your alliteration. It was advice number 6. So this is about understanding that your passion should be unwavering for what you do. Whether you're in a time of crisis, whether you're in a time of challenge, whether there's an uncertainty, the passion for what you do should be unwavering. And it should be greater than yourself. So if you're in a situation right now and you're thinking about how to serve, how to show up, all of these things, go back to your passion. What are you passionate about? Who are you passionate about helping? And why does that matter to you? What is your passion? What are you passionate about right now? I'd love to hear from you. What are you passionate about? What is that passion for you? Where does that come from? Because your passion prevails. So my 6th invitation for you is to go back to your passion. Don't focus on the current scenario or the current uncertainty or struggles. Go back to your passion. Come back to yourself. Come back to you. This is as I said, my 6th invitation for you. Where is your passion and where does it lie? Because there is always going to be, you helped me get my passion. You are so welcome, Sam. Honestly, it is my pleasure. So I want you to recognize that your passion is unwavering. Your passion is unshakable. Your passion is something that is the thing that fires you up. So even if you are not loving life right now and things aren't going great and whatever that might be, you know, whatever circumstance you find yourself in at whatever point during this business journey, it's not just about now, it's about 5 years time, 10 years time, 6 months time. Business is a journey. It's not It's not just the here and now. Business is a long-term journey. It's never about the sprint. The human mind and psychology, I love that. Love that passion. These passions are things that will be here after the challenges, after the uncertainty. So remember that. Passion prevails. That's my 6th invite. My 7th invite. I was told this today, actually. So I was part of a series, an empowerment series, and I was on a call with Susie Moore, and she said, and it's so true, but it's something that I hadn't thought about, and actually I really want to bring to all of you because I think it matters, really matters. It actually takes a lot of responsibility, mindfulness, energy, focus to bring positivity to others. People might see positivity as naive, or people might find positivity false or overwhelming or intimidating or anything like that. But actually, positivity takes more energy than negativity. So my 7th invite for you is, how can you do your best to be responsible and bring positive energy to your people right now? It's always easier to get sucked into the trap of the negative. You know, wake up in a bad mood and then it spirals. Wake up feeling negative and it escalates. What's the challenge is choosing to reframe that. Choosing to reprogram the system and rewrite the story for that day, that hour, that week, and bring yourself into a positive state. So I really want you to be thinking about, with so much uncertainty and so much challenge and so much trauma at the moment, how can you use the energy that you do have to reframe to the positive? How can you use the energy that you do have to think about the positive and to bring that positive to other people? Because that's what truly matters right now. Creating a positive ripple effect in the world and for others. My 8th invitation. Is this useful, by the way? Let me know. Is this helping you? Is this giving you some food for thought? Is this giving you some invitations and chances for you to accept things that you could be doing differently, or just refine the things that you are doing? So my 8th affirmation, thank you for the love heart, Sam. My 8th invitation is, I'd like you to each create an affirmation with me now. And this is my invitation for you. Someone said to me yesterday, you know, how are you so calm? How are you so calm in this situation? And listen, this is not any easier for me than it is for any of you. You know, I'm in just as much uncharted territory and stormy waters, but yet done a lot of energy work this week to shift positive. I'm so glad, Becky. But what the reason is, because I am choosing to believe this statement. It's very insightful, which definitely gives good food for thought. I'm so glad, Steph. Thank you for that feedback. I am choosing to believe this affirmation right now, and it's really helping me. So I would love each of you to write an affirmation that you can say every day. This is mine. This will not last forever. Things will go back to normal. That's my affirmation. This will not last forever. Things will go back to normal. This will not last forever. Things will go back to normal. What is your affirmation right now to protect your own mindset, your own energy, and your own boundaries? Because ultimately, this source of protection is priceless right now and will prove to have a really big impact on how you're showing up to your loved ones, to yourself, how you're speaking to yourself, what that means for you. So I think it's really important that we create that, you know. What are you doing to create an affirmation of certainty in this uncertain time? How are you creating that certainty? How are you creating that level of gumption for yourself? You know, like I stand by that. I'm still feeling empowered by my affirmation for the beginning of this year. You've got this. Yes, you've got this. That's a good affirmation. You've got this. And the more we tell ourselves that, the more likely we are to actually stick to something. The more likely we believe it because we are giving ourselves a positive message. The more we can do that, the better. Let your soul shine. You've got this. Oh, I love that. Snap. Yeah, I love that. Let your soul shine. Yes. At no point should you stop shining because of this current scenario. At no point should you stop your light from shining. 100%. 100%. You've got this. That's so good, Becky and Steph. That's so important. For those of you that haven't, I'd love for you to share, because ultimately we can all support one another and we can all share this positive ripple effect and mindset with one another. That has such a big impact. So I really want you to be thinking about, what is it that you can do to make sure you are bringing certainty to your own thinking. You've got this is my display picture on my phone. I love that. I wish I could tell you what mine is. Mine is on my phone, but I'm on my phone right now. But mine is, you are only responsible for your own happiness. That's mine. Because I definitely give, serve, support, and don't fill my own cup up enough. I'm definitely guilty of that, you know. Like today, I'm working from 9 o'clock this morning till 9 o'clock tonight. Get up and show up. The world needs you right now. Emma, freaking hell, yes. I love that. Get up and show up. The world needs you right now. I even love the little flamenco dancer. Emma, yes. I love that. I freaking love that. And it's true. The world does need you right now more than ever before. It needs you to be resourceful. It needs you to be empowering. It needs you to be supportive. It needs you to be inspiring. I have a reminder at 8 and 11 saying you can do this. Oh my God, I love this, girls. Come on. That's like collective energy. I love that. Absolutely love that. And the majority of you are in the BMA, so I might do a little affirmation session with all of you. Would you like that? If I did a little affirmation session, maybe that's something we can do inside the Bold Moves Academy. But yeah, so you should all have a level of certainty in this uncertain time for yourselves and your mindset through your affirmation. And I would say 50% of you have not shared yours yet. What are you doing? Come on, I'm doing my bit. Put in the comments, please. What are you doing? What's your affirmation? Now we're on to our 9th invitation. And this can be hard for some people. It can be hard for all of us for different reasons. Number 9, my invitation is for you to be, in my gratitude journal, I write every night, I am bold, brave, and confident. I love that. I am bold, brave, and confident. I'm so privileged to wake up and be able to use the sunshine to shine and help others. Love that. More about the sunshine, more about shining bright, more about using it to help others. I love that, Aggie. Yes. Yes, 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 ladies. So my 9th invitation is to be responsible. Be responsible for yourself. Be responsible for how you're feeling, and be responsible for what you are sharing with the world. Right now, we need to think about my fave. I have the power to choose my mood, and I choose happy. Kaylee, that is so true. That is so freaking true. We can only choose how we feel. We are not responsible for how anyone else feels. We cannot take responsibility for how other people feel. I love that. Hey, Victoria. And that is so powerful. So recognizing this level of responsibility, my 9th invitation, we are responsible for ourselves, our energy, but also what we are putting out there in the world. So I want you to be thinking about that. You know, what are you putting out there in the world? What are you putting out there to share with others? How are you showing up? How will other people feel when they consume you and your content? What are you doing to bring that to the world? How are you using your platforms to be responsible and bring a level of support and empowerment to your community? And also being responsible about the fact that we are all this collective. We all have the same information. You know, none of us have anything else that someone else doesn't know. And I'm always really wary and mindful of that. You know, I want to make sure that what I'm sharing always comes from a place of things that I'm doing and how I've stayed in my lane, and not speculation and things like that, because that doesn't create positivity. And that's an invitation for all of us to make sure that we are being responsible for ourselves and our energy, but how we show up and what we put into the world. That is really important, what we share and put out there. and how we're creating solutions, how we're bringing resolution and closure for people, how we're creating a sense of light, how we're creating a sense of empowerment and support is really, really important. And my final invitation for you, do you think this is alliterated? Yes or no? If you've been here since the beginning, you will know the answer to this. Do you think this final invite for you is alliterated? I love the affirmation, stay in your lane. Everyone else's lanes do not matter. It's so true. It is truly, Anne. And everyone else's lane is already taken by them. So why sit in their lane with them when you've got your own lane waiting for you? It's so true. Yes. Okay, anyone else? Anyone else? Any other takers on whether this is alliterated or not? And then this final invitation is something that I've been talking about with a lot of my entrepreneurial friends and also with you inside the Bold Moves Academy. And I'm really passionate about this. And I think that this is also from being a teacher. It's got to be surely you haven't only done one. I know. I freaking love it, don't I? It's true though. There is only one. This isn't alliterated. Sad times. But I want you to really recognize this. So we need to be focusing on mastery right now. It's my final invitation for you. We need to be focusing on mastery. What can you upskill right now? How can you learn more about your current skill set? What can you be doing to master something? How can you be mastering your situation, your trade, your community, your messaging, your sales technique, your confidence? What can you be doing to bring mastery into your habits? So my final invitation for you with these 10 invites is mastery. How can you become a master in one area that right now you don't feel like a master in? You don't feel like you are in control of? Because I think that is something we never have enough time. There's always more things to do. And you've been awarded time, more time at home, time to pivot, time to think, time to, do things very differently. And I want to find out, how can you really focus on mastery during this time? Even if it's just a podcast a day or a tutorial, a training, a mentor, a coach. What can you be doing to create mastery right now is really, really important. So we have some other amazing sessions coming up on this business page. We have a session all about branding. We have a session all about success mindset. We have a session on visibility. I can't remember the other one, but there's a lot of lives coming up on here to support you with growing your sustainable businesses. But I really hope that these invites give you some food for thought. And I really hope you accept them, if not all of them, some of them, so that you can really focus on becoming the best role of authority and sense of leadership right now and going forwards. And you can become the strongest businesswoman that you are capable of being. And I really want that to be something that drives you forward. So if you are in the class of 2020, we have a guest expert coming in half an hour to talk to you all about resilience. And if you are not inside the Bold Moves Academy, I have left you a link so that you can come and join us whilst the investment is the launch price, the launch investment price, which will stay the same for the month of March. And after that, if you're watching this on the replay and we're not in March, then the investment price will have changed, but you can still join using that link in the bio, in this caption. So hopefully I see you all inside the Bold Moves Academy. And I really can't wait to welcome you into this amazing collective of women who are just paving the way, and they're doing it supporting one another, which is priceless. And if you are ready for more of these topics, then please make sure that you continue to follow along with this business page, because I'm going to be sharing with you so many more insights, so much more content, strategy, value, and I can't wait. But right now, I really hope that you use these tips and these invites to look at how you can accelerate and propel yourself forwards. I will see you on the next live. Bye for now, everyone.